Hello, bonjour, namaste, ni hao, and ohio everybody. What is going on? It is Galeriot here, and welcome back to the YouTube channel once again for another Danmachi Battle Chronicle video. And today, we are back once again with the tier lists. We're going to be ranking the brand new Halloween units and scene cards, and I'm going to be talking about what I think about them after a couple of days of testing. So of course, if you guys go on to enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel for more Danmachi and Danmachi Battle Chronicle content, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below about these brand new Halloween units and of course the scene cards themselves. Do you guys like them? Do you guys think that they could have been better? Do you guys think they will become better? Because of course, remember that at the end of November, we are going to be seeing buffs to speed units and support units. And of course, the Halloween units are both speed type units. So it's going to be quite interesting to see how they go from what they are now to what they will inevitably become at the end of November. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about these brand new units. Now, in this video as well, we're not only going to be ranking the Halloween units, I'm going to be placing some of these SSRs as well into the tier list. A lot of you guys have actually asked me to put the SSRs into the tier list as well because they can be useful, right? Now, to be quite honest, I still believe that a UR is way better than a SSR that has at least 3 or 4 awakening. Maybe at 5 awakening you could make maybe some form of an argument, but I just feel like currently URs are just doing so much more. Maybe in the future, if we get more SSRs and they start being capable of doing more than what these current generation SSRs are doing, maybe then we have some form of a discussion to, there's some form of a discussion to be had at that point. But right now, I look at some of these SSRs, right, and their base kits are just very much non-existent. So I'm not gonna lie, a majority of these SSRs will go into the C, maybe even D ranks, but there are 1 or 2 SSRs I want to give a special mention to, and of course for, very obvious reasons in my personal opinion. But we'll come to the SSRs in just a moment. First and foremost, I want to rank Ryu. I know Seer is in the tier list as well. I made a mistake there. I by mistakenly added Seer to the options at the bottom row. Unfortunately, I can't remove it. That's one of the issues I have with Tier Maker as a website. I can't remove any of these wrong images or anything. Hence why this is like the 3rd or 4th tier list I've made, because I made errors in the previous ones. Anyways, Ryu. Where will I place Ryu? Now, Ryu is a hard one for me personally because I really like her. In PvE content, she's gonna be absolutely cracked out of the mind. In PvP, in Magic Stone Scramble specifically, she's not that great. Even in Battle Arena, I would say that she's not that great. This is the problem with, unfortunately, speed units, is that they're not amazing in those 2 game modes. They're very easily beatable, and unfortunately, you have to build them up in a very certain manner to get some use out of them, which makes it very tricky, to be quite honest. But that being said, though, I think with, enough usage and especially with the upcoming buffs, they can inevitably reach that point. But right now, we are judging Ryu based on her current performance. And I think I'm going to place her in the top ranks of A. I think that a part of me really wants to push her into S as well, potentially, right? But I think I'm going to keep her in A. Another thing I'm going to be actually doing as well is Lily's going to come down to S. And I'm just gonna remove this S plus row. I think Lily is a fantastic unit, don't get me wrong. Hence why I'm keeping her alongside Tione and Tiona and Belle. But I do think that having that S plus tier just doesn't make any sense. It's just convoluting this tier list even more. I'm gonna keep her in S tier for now. But yeah, Ryu, I think A is a fair position. And what doesn't help the situation as well, right, is right now the only way to poison an enemy is through her special, which is of course extremely quick to bring up. It's very, very quick to bring up because of the fact that she's a speed unit, and of course the battle item that's available in the event, which again is super accessible. So it makes a lot of sense for us to have her in that in a good position, because you have ways to get poison off. But still, it's not enough, I feel. I think once we get 1 or 2 more ways to get poison off for maybe potentially even longer durations, I think Ryu can easily go up into S tier. And the reason why I'm saying that, and the reason why I'm also bringing it up in the first place, is because obviously in a week or two's time, we should be getting the Daphne and Cassandra banner. Of course, they are also getting Halloween units, by the way. And Daphne is, of course, an attacking assist. If Daphne's assist skill can inflict poison as well, I think there's a different conversation to be had here, because now we have a unit that's able to keep that poison uptime with battle items, your ultimate, and the assist skill. So I think that's going to be very interesting to see, because if that happens, Ryu will go into S tier in my opinion. The poise, the poison, everything that you can dream of is with this Ryu. It's just that we need one more unit, and of course I think the buffs as well will help out tremendously, because right now, right, I'm gonna go over to the game right now really quickly, and this is something I discussed in a live stream actually with everybody else, right? And we were just talking about the potential buff that these speed units will get. You know, they said that they're gonna increase the stats of the speed units via their strength as in like the attack stat, so strength and intelligence both will increase probably, and their vitality or endurance will go up as well, right? So if we go over to the game right now really quickly, right, I brought the game up right now, and we take a look at Ryu at max level, right? Let's take a look at Ryu at max level. So right now you can see her strength and intelligence is at a 400, vitality is 255, and dexterity is at nearly 1,000, which is insane, by the way. That dexterity paired up with, you know, the right assist as well can make her a machine gun when it comes to getting crit damages off. Honestly, it's insane. But if you take a look at Ryu and then take a look at a unit like, say, Bell, for example, at max level, you can see that, you know, the SCR and intelligence is at 600s, the vitality is at 334. I think what's going to happen, right, with the speed units is that their strength and intelligence is going to go up by about 100 points, I want to say. At least 100 points, maybe 70 to 100 points, 75 to 100 points. I think it's going to go up to that amount. And then on top of that, the vitality, I think, will get a 50 increase or something. And maybe the HP will go up by 500 or 1,000 points potentially as well, right? So we're going to see those buffs. And when those buffs hit, I think it's going to make a big difference, in all honesty. I genuinely do think it's going to make a big difference as well. So we'll have to wait and see on that front. But right now, I think placing Ryu in A, personally, I'm happy with that. In all honesty, I'm very, very happy with that. Now, I want to tackle some of these SSRs, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a lot of these SSRs at the very bottom right now. Gareth, Bet, all of these go into D tier for now. I think what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to put the two tanks in B tier. Both Tiona and Daphne go into B tier. And the reason for that is because tanks are amazing, man. There's no other way of saying it. Tanks are ridiculous in this game, and there really needs to be something that comes out that that you know, kind of nullifies these guys, because tanks are just really, really annoying to fight against, and they're still a problem, you know. Even though I'm very appreciative of the development team for improving speed and support units, the bigger problem right now is that tank units are just unbearable to face off against. The only tank we can actually beat is this guy, Gareth, and the only reason is because Ice is a fucking monster, you know? It's just crazy that we aren't able to beat the other tanks unless we have like one of the most broken characters in the game. So that is a little bit of a problem in my personal opinion, so we'll have to wait and see. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to put the DPS units. I'm going to put Bet and Welf up into C tier. I think they're very solid SSR DPS units. A part of me wants to put Eyes and Tione, sorry, up as well a rank. But again, that's only for the event ranking. So maybe I'll just put all the SSRs in C tier for now. I think that's a fair shout, because some of these SSRs can come in handy, especially for like game modes like score attack, event ranking, and so on and so forth. I think they will come in handy, and they'll be of very good use, to be quite honest. They'll be of very, very good use. So that is my tier list update for the adventurer side. Let's swiftly move over to the assist side now. Seer is an easy S tier, and I'm also going to place Loki in S tier. So let's talk about Seer first and foremost. Seer is amazing. Like, genuinely, I genuinely think she's amazing. A lot of critical rate pretty much guarantees that if you are running a speed unit or even a unit with somewhat decent dexterity, you are effectively giving them guaranteed crits effectively. So we did the math behind it, right? You're getting 10% crit from Seer, you're getting an additional like 30% from her third passive skill, so 40% there. Add in the dexterity stat boost that she gives on her assist skill as well, 40% dexterity. If you have a good base dexterity as well, I mean, surely you're approaching like at least 70 to 80% crit rate, if not even more. I wish the game would let us see the base crit rate and everything in the game so that we could do the math behind it, but I'm pretty sure that Seer would effectively guarantee that you get consistent crits no matter what. Like, it genuinely, every hit is probably a critical 99% of the time effectively. So that's one big advantage. And then two, she's one of the first assists to be able to give critical damage as well, making her an even better option, because now units are going to be able to deal even more damage via crit damage. So again, a huge bonus there in all honesty, and I'm very much impressed that they're now taking those steps to, you know, introduce some new and interesting mechanics in these assist skills and stuff like that. Because so far, to be quite honest, with some of these other assists and stuff, it's been very much samey, not too much difference here nor there. So I think for me personally, seeing some improvements like this is gonna be very I'm very happy. I'm honestly very happy with that. So yeah, thumbs up there. Now let's take a look at, okay, by the way, I should also point out why I'm putting Loki back up into S tier. Again, I don't want the list to be too widespread. I don't want extra rows if necessary. So hence why I've put Loki into S tier, because attacking assist skills are still an absolute W. And the movement reduction speed can come in handy in certain situations, of course, right? Now, let's take a look at the SSRs. So Chigusa, I'm gonna put in C tier in all honesty. I really like the way she does the whole endurance boost, damage reduction and everything. Really good option for a tank unit if you don't have anything else. So for me, a fantastic option. Asfi is a unit that is not on this list for some reason, but you can assume that I would put her alongside probably either Chigusa or in B tier. She's an attacking assist unit, so fantastic option. I don't know why I don't have Asfi in here. Kind of weird, but okay, no problem. But yeah, Asfi would go into probably C or B tier probably. In terms of Miak, I'd say Miak would also be in C tier as well. Same situation as Chigusa, good endurance bonus and everything there, so can be useful in some way, shape, or form. Hermes, I mean, I guess the thing is, right, with all of these assist skills, right, Hermes I'm gonna put in. Part of me wants to put Hermes in C tier as well, just because of the fact that he does give a good supportability skill there with, you know, a lot of damage and stuff, right? And Sierra as well, DHP recovery and everything. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put Miak in D. I think I'm gonna put Miak in D, keep Chigusa in C. I think that's what we're gonna do here. Because I feel like Chigusa does give a little bit more with the damage reduction, stamina boost, endurance bonus, stamina being HP, of course, right? I think that's a fair shout. I want to say it's a fair shout. You guys can let me know if I'm right or wrong here, but I think that's a fair shout. Taki Mikazuchi is definitely no, I'm not the most impressed by him. So D tier there. And then finally, Hephaestus I think would be the same as Hermes, so C tier I would say. So yeah, Asfi would also go into C tier most likely. So yeah, there you go. That's the assist side of things. Now let's swiftly move over to the gacha side of things, the scene card side of things, I should say. And it's not only just the gacha we're looking at, we're also going to be looking at the free-to-play one and the upcoming battle pass one, because remember, in 3 days time we're going to be getting a new battle pass scene card and a new battle pass in general as well. And in all honesty, that battle pass scene card is very nice. In fact, that's gonna go straight into S tier. Well, the thing is, we don't know the stats yet. I'm gonna put it in A+ for now. I do think that even though the stats may be... No, actually, I'm going to put it in S. It's a very easy to MLB card. Yes, you have to pay real money for it technically, but still, it's a very easy to MLB card. And it gives Earth attribute damage, which means that it's on the same level as some of these cards, basically. These two cards. This one gives water damage and this one gives thunder damage or electric damage. So I have to kind of put this up there as well for giving that Earth damage boost. You know, it's really solid. This one gives endurance, and I'm gonna put it in B tier, just like I've done with the Ishtar and Wealth ones. Endurance is nice, but again, it's a very specific scene card that you're only gonna be putting on very specific units, like, you know, your Garretts, your Tiones, your Daphnes, your Tionas, even the SSR, the two SSR ones, right? So that's what I would say. The other ones are hard to place, in all honesty, because the thing is, right, all three of them are decent in some way, shape, or form. The free-to-play one that you get from the event is basically giving you crit rate. This one, the one with the fan servicey Belle, you know, grabbing Cassandra's tits, basically, has, you know, HP recovery on hit. And then the first one is basically special move cost reduction for each hit. But again, all three of these scene cards have one thing in common, and that is you need the enemy to be poisoned in order to get those bonuses. And like I said, there's only one unit that can poison right now, and that's Ryu, right? Of course, when Cassandra and Daphne release, maybe things may change, but right now, even though I would like to put this in S, A+, if at least, if not S, I have to put it in A, and same with all of these other ones, because it's a very specific condition. Yeah, I'm gonna put them in B. It's a very specific condition. It's a very, very specific condition. And if I'm also gonna be, you know, going after some scene cards like this for having HP threshold conditions, which are nigh impossible to get, I have to also do it with the other scene cards as well. I have to. I'm sorry, but I have to do it with the other scene cards as well. You're not gonna see use in these scene cards outside of one unit at this moment in time. Like I said, maybe things may change in the next couple of weeks, but again, if there's only 3 limited characters that can poison, what's the point realistically, right? That's my only thing. It's just that there's so few units that poison anyways. The fact that I can't put these scene cards higher. If I was just judging them based on their own attributes, right, easy A at the very least, maybe even as A+, like I said, with the crit rate one. But yeah, I can't do any more than that. I think that would be a bit too much then. I personally think that would be a bit too much, in all honesty. Now, let's take a look at the Japanese, you know, website and see what tier list they have going, basically. So, this is the assist side of things, right? I want to see what they have here. Have they added the new seer? No. They haven't added the new seer. They've added Loki in. Loki is in A. Which is kind of surprising to me, to be quite honest, but okay. I want to see, they've not added Riveria either. Yeah, if they've not added Riveria, then this website's no longer updating the their tier list. Oh no, they are. Apparently they're updating their adventure side, not their assist side, clearly, because yeah, Ryu is an S tier for them, which fair enough, I can see that. I wasn't expecting them to have Ryu implemented, but not Seer, but okay. Maybe we'll have to check otherwise. Where do they put Lafia? The new Lafia? Yeah, in A. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. I understand that. I think that Aisha being that low is a bit yikes, but it's what it is. I want to see, do they have scene card? Let's see if they've implemented the scene card one. I want to see. No. Yeah, they've not added the scene cards. How's the other website added the scene cards? Game merch, right? It's game merch, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Assist ranking. Have they updated it? No. No, they haven't. Absolutely not. Yeah, no. They've definitely not. So yeah, if that's the only website that we can use in terms of the JP website, I'm curious to see if there's any other options potentially. But yeah, unfortunately this one, yeah, they're definitely not working on it anymore. So we only have Game 8 to rely on at this moment in time. I'm gonna look and see if there are any other options as well, in terms of other Danmachi Battle Chronicle tier lists, kind of like how, for example, Dan Mimo still has an updating tier list. I'm curious to see if there's going to be a tier list for this game somewhere that's being updated actively as well. But anyways, thank you guys all so much for tuning into this video. Of course, let me know what you guys think about the tier list. Do you guys agree with me? Do you guys disagree with me? Let me know why in the comment section down below. Remember to keep it civil in the comments as well. And once again, thank you guys all so much for tuning into this video. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, take it easy, everybody. Bye-bye.